Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Disney Reel to Reel, a deep, deep, deep delve into the Disney animated canon. I am your real boy, Wyatt.
And I am your other real boy, Raeley.
When did Geppetto have twins?
Just now.
Okay. I have to break the news that we're not made of pine, but it's passable. My my other call name was I am a forest of thorns born through the skies on a fog of doom.
Oh man.
That's for all you vintage Diz nerds out there. But
And I honestly I could be like and I am a wish maid on the second star to the right.
you are Evangeline.
I am Evangeline. I am in love with a firefly. You know, it's fine.
It's fine. Oh gosh. Well, we're already at a great level of depravity this episode because this episode marks a very special occasion. Disney Reel to Reel is technically 1 year old.
Woo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Look at that.
Would you just look at it?
She's so beautiful.
Also, this will be coming out during Pride Month.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, so gays, lesbians, trans, we are here for you this fine occasion. I mean, straights, I guess you can be here, but you have to
You have
sit
to
in
be
the
like
back.
an ally, so
You have to be an ally. You have to sit in the back this one time. Y'all can be the front or the middle, whatever you want in the future, but
literally.
give us the seats. But yeah, it's really wild that I've been working on this nut job of an idea for no pay for about a year.
And I just hopped on for the ride at some point.
And I was happy to have you on. I wasn't like...
Yeah.
You make it sound like I was like, okay, fine, I guess. Come on.
Yeah, no, I was blackmailed onto being on this podcast.
It was either this or becoming a child bride. So I was like, podcasting, let's get into it. But yeah. But yeah. what are we
Pride Month,
actually
am I
doing
right?
today? Yeah.
Yeah, today we're playing some games because we want to.
Because we
it's
want
fun.
to. Because it's fun. And also I feel like, most of these podcasts, I will admit, they are kind of like sitting in a classroom, like a college seminar for like an hour and a half at a time. So we wanted to loosen things up sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to just sometimes do some trivia.
Yeah. And also, Mimi small brain, and I need to
ADHD go burr.
Asperger's be like, you know too much, simmer down.
Yeah, it's like the autism and the autism and the ADHD are just fighting right now.
Yes, they're raging. Oh my god. But yeah, I guess I think the best way for us to go about this is I think by now we've kind of established that this isn't really a family-friendly Disney podcast.
The amount of times that I said fuck should already clue people in, but maybe we should really clear it up.
No. Actually, I was just gonna say that parents, you probably shouldn't be listening to the show at all.
Parents.
I mean, we're not telling you to go to the Disney parks. So
Yeah.
we're not spilling the secrets about when the best day is to buy an ice cream cone at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments or something.
No. I mean, I can tell you right now that, well, actually, no, I'm going to keep that to myself. I do know when the best time to go to the park is, but I'm not going to say it because boo hoo.
Because we need it.
It's like, look, if I'm going to take a vacation, I want nobody to be there.
Yeah.
So
It's
go
just like that
away.
meme going around about Mother's Day and mothers being like, you know what? The way I want to celebrate Mother's Day is in complete solitude. I want to
Literally.
rent a hotel room, blackout curtains, Sex in the City on the TV. Like, dads, go out and take your kids to the park, to the mall, to wherever you want. Just leave me alone.
Nah, cause seriously, it's like I don't want anybody else on my vacation. Go away.
Yes. Especially when it's like, what? We're already getting off track. What is
Yeah.
what is the average attendance rate for Walt Disney World?
It's in the billions, I think.
Oh my god.
I mean, I know for sure that it's like hold on. I'm going to look at Disney World.
I know Disneyland, it's typically better because it just
Yeah.
attracts locals.
So the daily attendance for all four Disney World parks, in 2019 was 160,000 visitors. That's daily,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane.
Indeed.
So let me do some quick maths. Hold on. So that is 58 million visitors.
My god. And did you divide that amongst all four parks?
Oh yeah, divide that by 4. That would be 14 million.
Oh my god.
14,600,000
Oh
per
my
park.
oh. I don't even think they can handle that many.
Oh my god. I mean, obviously, like, some of the parks are going to be like, that's assuming they all get equal amounts.
Yes,
Magic
yes.
Kingdom obviously is the most attended park.
Yes, but I still don't know
Alongside,
if it could fit that many people.
I mean, probably not in a day.
No.
Not all I mean, maybe in a day, but like obviously not all at the same time. Because that would just be insane.
Indeed.
But yeah.
My god. But anyway, our trivia games.
Anyway,
I think the best way for us to go about this is to go by the MPAA ratings for movies. Which I think is appropriate considering, this is a Disney movie podcast first and foremost.
mhm.
So I guess we'll go with games that are rated G, then rated PG, and I don't know if we play a game that uses the word smash, does that involve PG-13 or
I
R?
think that's PG-13 because PG-13 allows you to say the word fuck once. But if you're just saying smash, then it's PG-13.
Okay, well, that really only refers to my game's title, so I think we should just go ahead and make it rated R.
Okay. Both of mine are rated G, so
Okay,
it's all right.
awesome. All right, well, then I guess I'll pass the baton to you.
All right. I'll start you off with a very easy one. This one is based on Disney attractions.
Oh, God.
And basically, what you are going to be answering is, did this attraction come before or after a Disney movie?
Okay, I
So,
think I can do that.
which came first, the chicken or the egg, the attraction or the movie?
Okay.
So, did Pirates of the Caribbean, the attraction, debut before the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
The ride came first.
That is correct.
You let me off easy with the first one.
Did Frozen Ever After, the attraction, come out before or after Frozen the movie?
Frozen the movie came first.
Correct.
Of course I know that Frozen the movie came first. We already went off on a rant about how they got rid of Maelstrom.
I'm giving you some easy ones.
Okay.
Did the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror come before the Tower of Terror movie? Or after?
My gut is telling me that they came out around the same time.
But which one came first?
I want to say the movie came first.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
the
shit.
ride came first.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know my live action Disney, so,
It's all right.
On that one.
All right, got another very easy one.
Okay.
Did Splash Mountain
Oh my god.
before or after Song of the South?
America Sings came before Splash Mountain. Oh my god, Song of the South came first.
Good job.
Oh my god.
Now, here's an interesting one. Did Avatar Flight of Passage come out before or after an Avatar movie?
It came out after the first Avatar, for sure.
It is indeed both. Because
What?
Avatar Way of Water came out afterwards. So, it did come out after the first Avatar movie, but the second Avatar movie came out right after. So
Okay, so the ride debuted near, far, and then wherever you are.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
Got another very easy one for you. Just for you. Did the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train come out before or after Snow White?
Well, literally, I think there were only 2 to 3 people who were alive from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs who could have been around to be on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and even then, I don't think they would have had a good time. So Snow White abso-fucking-lutely came first.
All right. Did the ride Dinosaur come out before or after the movie Dinosaur?
I believe it came out before.
You are correct, because it was originally titled, I think, Countdown to Extinction, and it was rethemed to Dinosaur to promote the coming out of Dinosaur.
Brought to you by Paul Verhoeven of Showgirls fame.
Love that.
It must be weird not having anybody come on you. That's terrible.
Next one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Did Rise of the Resistance come out before or after a Disney movie? I guess I should say a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. It came out. I know it would have been between. Is the last one called The Last Jedi?
Yes.
Okay. I think it would have come out before that.
Let me check real quick. Because I thought, when did it open? Okay, it opened in 2019. No, I was correct. Okay. Last Jedi was 2017, so it came after.
Oh, okay. So then what's the latest one?
There was Solo. That's the most recent one that I can remember.
I swear there was another one.
Not in the trilogy.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi. There's one in between, I think.
Yeah. It was Force Awakens. Oh, okay. Rise of Skywalker was the last one. That's my bad.
That's what I was
It
thinking
was
of.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and then Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker was still before Rise of the Resistance opened.
Yeah. Okay.
They were around the same time, but Rise of Skywalker came out before.
Yes. And I think Last Jedi was the one where they were making a big deal about using all that Carrie Fisher footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the recent trilogy, so I just kind of ignore it.
I know. I'm just sad that she's gone and her mother, Debbie Reynolds, is also gone. They were left around the same time.
Yeah.
And Hamill's not a twink anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But Kylo. I think it was very gratuitous to have a scene with him shirtless, but
yeah,
they did it, so
they certainly did it.
They certainly did it. All right, was that all of them?
No, there's a couple more.
Okay.
All right. Did Mission Space, the attraction, come out before or after? I believe the movie title is like Mission to Mars. It's Mission to Mars.
Yeah. I think Mission to Mars sounds like it's a 2007 movie. But I'm not certain about it. So I'll go ahead and say Mission Space came first.
You are correct. Mission Space did come before. All right. And I think that was the last one, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one.
So yeah, the moral of that was I just need to brush up on my Disney-owned properties.
All right.
Okay, can we swap?
Yes.
All right.
I was just about to suggest that.
All right. So I didn't mean to put this trivia question up when I started thinking of things, but I was like, this might be a worthwhile one to pull up. But it's not actually part of the two games that I'd come up with. But it's a really interesting one. So, how many famous Disney voice actors do you think were born in our lovely state of Indiana?
Like,
give me a number.
10?
You're kind of cold.
Okay. 20?
Colder.
5.
Off by 1. It was at least 6.
6, okay.
And the good news is they're all like pretty good.
Well, I mean, Indiana birthed Michael Jackson, so who's the real winner? I know.
So Phil Harris.
Indiana is just it's the land of extremes.
Extremes, yes. But anyway, Phil Harris. The voice of Baloo, Thomas O'Malley, and Little John was born in Linton in 1904.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. We're gonna... Most of these people were born before the end of the Second World War, so bear with me here. Bill Thompson, who was the voice of the White Rabbit, Mr. Smee, Jock from Lady and the Tramp, King Hubert from Sleeping Beauty, and Uncle Waldo from the Aristocats, was born in Terre Haute in 1913.
Damn, Terre Haute.
I know!
That's real close.
Yeah, and the second one's even closer. Well, I mean the third one. I can count, I swear to God. This one's more recent though.
Mm-hmm.
D. Bradley Baker, who's essentially a a man of various animal and monster voices. You hear him all over the place. Like he's like SpongeBob, among others.
Yeah.
He was born in Bloomington in 1962.
Oh wow, my best friend is also from Bloomington.
Yeah. IU is in Bloomington, and that's where Bob Chapek graduated from.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Fuck you, are you Bloomington?
Yeah. Then there's Joanne Worley, who was the voice of the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast and the principal secretary from A Goofy Movie. She was born in Lowell. She was born in Lowell in 1937.
Isn't it Lowell?
Lowell.
Isn't it Lowell?
Lowell.
I don't know. Everybody pronounces towns differently in Indiana. Like, there's no winning.
And we're not even part of the South. It's weird. My name is Miss Julius Peppercorngrass.
But I mean, like, Southern Indiana and Northern Indiana have such a different vibe.
Yeah.
And they all talk different too. It's
yeah,
wild.
I get it. I totally get it. You know, Yankee versus Confederate. I understand.
It is
completely.
very much Yankee versus Confederate.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, we're trying to have fun. I swear to God. Oh, and we're this next one's a real doozy. James Baskett, who played Uncle Remus and voiced Brer Fox in Song of the South, was born in Indianapolis in 1904.
Okay, but he's a king.
He is.
He deserved better.
He really did. And then finally, Bill Shirley, who is the voice of Prince Philip in Sleeping Beauty, and the ghost singer for Jeremy Brett in 1964's My Fair Lady, was born in Indianapolis in 1921.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, guys, trying to have fun, but sometimes depressing shit gets in the way.
Oh no.
Otis Harlan, who was the voice of Happy in Snow White, he was buried in Martinsville.
He was buried in Martinsville?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And he was buried there 3 years after Snow White came out.
Oh, jeez.
So, yes. When you wish upon a star.
Shut up. Oh my god.
That's not funny.
What a wonderful revelation.
I know. He's the only voice cast member of that movie who is anywhere near us. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But morbid mortician talk with why.
Field trip to Martinsville.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Actually, while I'm at it, I've been hearing that James Baskett was also buried in Indiana. I just can't remember where.
Oh wow.
Hold on. This is so fucked. Oh yes, he was buried at Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis.
Oh wait, I know where that is.
Yeah, oh my god. Well then, what are you waiting for? Field trip to Indianapolis.
I mean, I literally go to Indianapolis like every other week, whenever I have classes. So
yeah, he's just along the way.
he's just around there.
Yeah. Oh my god. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy birthday, podcast.
Happy birthday.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Should I do my actual game, or was that enough for you to be like, let me lighten up the mood?
I mean, mine's pretty funny, so.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay. So. All right, this one is Who Am I? But it's for the Disney parks. So
okay.
I will read out a description of one of the parks, and that I have written, by the way.
Mhm.
And I will give you 3 choices, and you will have to decide which park fits this description.
Okay.
So, question number 1. Michael DeMann Eisner made a huge mistake making me. I cost a lot of money. I was a failure upon opening. I am still struggling to recoup my build cost. Who am I?
Okay, I've only got
California California Adventure, Disneyland Paris, or Animal Kingdom?
Okay, I was thinking of 2 answers and you said one of them. So, I'm going to have to go with Disneyland Paris.
You are correct.
Yes. It was either that or Hong Kong Disneyland,
Yeah.
but I guess they're doing better.
All right. Next one. I was not always meant to be an amusement park. Walt Disney died during my production. I am currently having an identity crisis. Who am I? Magic Kingdom, Epcot, or Disneyland?
Walt's Park is having the identity crisis. Okay, I know this one. It's Epcot.
You are correct. It is Epcot. All right. Another one. I was a huge success upon my opening. I have many unique attractions only to me, and I am one of 2 Disney parks in my area of the world. Tokyo Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, Euro Disneyland.
Euro?
Euro
Um,
Disneyland.
Oh. Wait, that was the answer?
No, I'm just repeating.
Okay, well, I was just wondering because Euro Disneyland and Disneyland Paris were the same thing, basically.
Yes,
So,
good. I'm glad you caught that. That was meant to
yes.
trip you up.
I'm good at this. Um, yeah, Tokyo.
Yes, it is Tokyo Disneyland. All right, we have number 4. I have not quite escaped my reputation as a half-day park. A recent expansion has helped with that. I have animatronics that like to cause problems. Animal Kingdom, Hong Kong Disneyland, or Walt Disney Studios.
Could it be Hong Kong?
It is not Hong Kong. It is
Oh!
Animal Kingdom,
Wow.
because Animal Kingdom has number 1 the Yeti animatronic for Expedition
Mm-hmm.
Everest, and then the shaman the shaman animatronic at the end of Navi River Journey. And those 2 animatronics are notorious for having problems.
For breaking down.
Yes.
Uh yeah, I don't know why I assumed Hong Kong. I assume it's like the black sheep of the Disney theme parks. So I was
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, Hong Kong does actually have some good attractions going for it.
yeah, I know about Mystic Manor and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but still it's just I know it hasn't been the best until like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I thought that. But that was a good one.
But all right. Another one.
Another one?
Another one. I got quite a few of these.
Oh my god.
There's this one and then another one. Then
Mm,
we're done.
okay, okay.
All right. I am home to a ride of questionable origins. I am also home to many rides Wyatt refuses to ride. I am 52 years old this year. Could be Hollywood Studios, Disneyland, or the Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
It is Magic Kingdom.
Otherwise known as Wyatt, you're a pussy park.
Literally. All right, here we go. I am a second gate park. I have a theme that is baffling, considering my location. I was built cheaply and quickly. We have Walt Disney Studios, California Adventure, and Epcot.
I want to say California Adventure.
You are correct.
Yes!
California Adventure is the correct answer. California Adventure opened with like 2 attractions. And one of them was Superstar Limo. So
yeah, that was really bad.
that was really bad. But I will say Walt Disney Studios could also fit this description, because that is the second gate to Disneyland Paris.
Mm.
And it is also baffling. Um,
Yes.
it is one of the worst parks I have ever seen. I can't believe that they thought it was okay. But California Adventure is especially strange because why would you go to a California themed park in the already California themed California?
Uh-huh.
Like, why? Who thought that was a good idea? But okay, that is
because
Who Am I?
we needed a place to harvest oranges or something.
I guess.
I mean, Anaheim is famous for its orange groves, so I still don't
Yeah.
understand why.
Who knows?
Because Michael DeMann.
Michael DeMann Eisner.
God.
But okay, that is Who Am I? Disney Parks. I hope you enjoyed.
I did enjoy it. My only feedback would be that I do wish they would have gotten a bit more like more in the style of my park is experiencing an identity crisis. Like, being like, I am high in attendance. Boys and girls come through me all the time. I'm the popular one. I'm the hot one. I'm Daddy Iger's favorite.
I put drugs in the water supply.
We all know that Daddy Iger's favorite is Shanghai.
Yeah. But okay, I will take that into consideration for the next time I make one of these.
Awesome. We just need to get more whimsical with it.
I know. I will get more whimsical with it.
Okay.
I made that one this morning.
Oh, well, it's not bad enough.
So I tried my best.
Yes, I appreciate it. All right. I have another guessing game.
Mm-hmm.
It is called Guess the Disney Heroine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I basically tried to do the same thing that I've just given you feedback for.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these guesses might be just specific enough,
Okay.
but we'll see. Also, I know it's called Guess the Disney Heroine, but every character that I reference is listed as a princess.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. I was about to like, is it specifically Disney princesses or does it like include non-Disney princesses? But okay.
It does include non-Disney princesses.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yes, so but I just refer to them all as princess.
Okay, so people who may not be in the official lineup?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there
would
are
be
any...
colloquially referred to as Disney princesses.
Yes.
Okay.
Or at least by us, they'd be like, "Yas, princess."
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So, first one. This princess exudes class even when she's poor.
Class, even when she is poor?
Yeah. And I don't mean economic class.
Okay. So this isn't like multiple choice. This is me
No,
just
it's
having
not.
to guess.
Yes. It's open-ended.
Cinderella?
You got it!
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yes!
I was second guessing so bad.
I know. Well, I was like, Jasmine could be the other one, but that's more literal. But
yeah, I was like, I don't know.
yeah, yeah, but that was it. You got it.
Cinderella. Cool.
All right. Next up, this princess never learns the identity of her attempted murderer. And no, it is not Cinderella.
It's not Snow White either, is it? Does Snow White learn that the...
Yep, she does.
Okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's not Snow White learns that the person was sent by the queen.
Yeah. If you do, she'll kill me.
Yeah. This is hard.
I know.
I don't know.
How many Disney princesses die?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Off the top of my head, there are 3, and you already listed one of them, and it's not them. So.
Aurora?
Yes!
Oh,
She doesn't know who the hell Maleficent is.
okay. I mean,
She's
yeah,
never told
you're
by the
not wrong.
fairies.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, it can't be Aurora, but then I was like, okay, it probably
It is
has to be Aurora.
She doesn't know anything except that she met a boy in the woods. She's raised by 3 peasant women, and she
And
wants
then
to get
she's
married.
asleep for a little bit.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Next one. Let's see. I wrote a lot of these down. Let's see. This princess hates the world she lives in and the world she dreams about.
So she hates the one that she lives in,
Mm-hmm.
and she hates the one that she dreams of?
Yep.
Okay. Who hates their living environment?
Who hates their life?
Jasmine?
No, it's not her.
Merida.
No.
Fuck.
If I say it, then it'll be super obvious.
Mulan.
No.
Okay, that's a good guess, though.
Dream of?
Okay, Mulan's a good guess, though.
Yes.
You have to admit.
Yeah, but she's not the one.
Tiana.
No. Although that is a very rational one, yes.
That is also a rational guess.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. I can't guess.
It's Alice.
Alice.
She hates Victorian England, and then she
does.
hates everyone
And
in
then she
Wonderland
hates
for being
Wonderland. She just
Yeah.
she hates Wonderland, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Yes.
Okay.
Are these just the right amount of vague, or like
That one, yeah, it's good, but it's also just like it's a little hard, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. This one might be a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
This princess could kill an entire village if she had a bad day.
That's Merida and Mulan.
No, it's not.
Nala.
No.
She is a literal lion.
I know, but that's not who I was thinking of. She won't kill everybody. She'll just kill the prey. Anyway.
Elsa.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes. She nearly impaled someone.
She did nearly impale someone. She nearly impaled multiple people.
Yes, she did.
And she froze multiple people almost to death.
Yes. 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 Okay. This princess is our resident fairy tale scholar.
What?
This princess is our resident fairy tale scholar. And no, it is not friend of the show, Abigail.
Fairy tale scholar?
Yes.
I feel stupid.
To be fair, this side of this princess's character is not explored too much, but it does take up a good part of their adventure.
Okay. Anna.
Nope. But I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. Ariel?
Nope. She hoards human stuff, but she's not a scholar.
Yeah. Mulan.
No.
I'm just gonna keep guessing Mulan until it's right.
What's this? Notes in case I forget something.
Belle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just finished the most wonderful story
Yes,
about a
okay.
beanstalk and an ogre, and
Yes, okay. That makes sense now.
yes.
I just had to think about it.
Yes. Yes. Okay. This princess is a beloved beauty who just wants some good old Christian summer lovin'. You will never guess which princess this describes. Well, you might, but...
Snow White.
Yes!
Yes.
Because she prays before bed.
She does pray before bed.
And she'll probably wait out till after marriage.
Oh, she definitely waits till after marriage.
Yes.
She let the prince lift her up onto a horse, but she doesn't let him hold hands.
No. Yeah. Okay, how many has that been so far?
I have no idea. I lost count. I'm bad at counting.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and say 7.
Okay.
So we'll do 3 more.
Okay.
Okay. Aesthetically speaking, this princess is sometimes associated with Taylor Swift's second album, Speak Now.
Ariel?
No. That's 1989.
My bad.
Yeah.
Rapunzel.
Yes!
I was like, okay, Taylor Swift. Usually, either Ariel or Rapunzel gets connected with Taylor Swift.
Yes.
So...
It's Rapunzel.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. This princess's hair is as great as her trust issues.
Moana.
No.
Mulan.
No.
Jasmine.
No, you're in the right continent.
Because Jasmine's in the right continent?
Mulan's in the right
Oh,
continent.
Mulan's in the right continent. Oh, is it Raya?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then final question.
Final question.
It basically just comes down to whether I want to let you go easy or want to make you think harder again. Okay, fine. We'll do an easy one. This princess has such a good heart that she nearly de-radicalizes a colonialist.
Pocahontas.
Yes! The Colors of the Wind could only do so much.
I will say Colors of the Wind is a banger song.
It's a little preachy, but...
It's a little preachy, but is also a banger.
Yes.
Also, leave Pocahontas alone. She was a real person.
Yes! I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
I don't know either.
I mean, I'll find out when we do research, but I still don't understand.
Yeah, it's just like... Guys, that was a real person. Yes. She was a real child who was stolen from her home and married, probably against her will,
to a tobacco farmer. And what's worse is another depressing bit of Disney trivia. When they pitched this movie, I believe it was the art director, Mike Gabriel, He basically just superimposed a picture of Princess Tiger Lily from Peter Pan
Oh
onto a poster that said Walt Disney's Pocahontas.
no! Oh my god, that's so awful.
I know. But I think at the very least, we can agree that Moana is basically a remake of Pocahontas, and it was much deserved.
Yeah, and at least it's not colonialism.
Yeah, no. They leave those indigenous people alone.
As they fucking should.
Yes. Okay. So did you have any more games?
I did not. I had those two.
Okay. Then here we have come to the rated R game
Woo!
called Smash or Brawl.
Smash or Brawl?
Because I was like, well, if we really want to do a Smash or Pass with the Disney male characters, we're really gonna have to like stack up on that, like stock up for a later episode.
Mm-hmm.
May save it for Valentine's Day, but this one we'll give it a little bit. We'll have a bit of a taste. So I picked 15 men from the Disney animated canon. They are all diverse, unconventional choices. So you will not see like an Aladdin or any character like that on this list. I actually went to the effort to make sure that there were like enough variations of male characters to choose from.
Okay, nice.
Yes. We're coming out with a heavy hitter this time.
Oh no.
First one, Headless Horseman.
The one from Ichabod and Mr. Crane.
Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Fuck me up. Okay. Ichabod and Mr. Toad, sorry. I need to like remember what he looks like.
It's just a man in a suit.
Okay, yes. This one's Smash. Smash.
I would say Smash 2 but only if the jack-o'-lantern isn't flaming.
Yeah.
Next up we have Clopin from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
How do you spell that again?
Clopin.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like looking them up just to like make sure I have visual reference. Okay, this guy I would brawl.
Yeah. I would brawl him too because they have that song, the Court of Miracles.
Oh, yes.
Where they have the
Actually, can I do a double answer? Can I do Brawl and then Smash?
No. I was gonna say they have the line in that song where they're talking about the Romani people, and they're like the lame can't walk and the blind can't see. When it's like, you don't have to be. You can still be Romani and be blind.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some interesting thoughts on the Romani people in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I would definitely brawl this dude. Just because, can you stop singing at like 6 a.m.? We get it. The bells of Notre Dame are ringing. Can you shut up?
He's probably the loudest singer in this list.
Exactly.
But he is not the strongest, as is our next pick, Chernabog.
Oh my god, Smash.
Yes, Smash!
Immediate Smash.
I mean, his face creeps me the hell out, but I know it's based on a real build. What?
You're just a pussy.
No, I love everything else. It's just his face.
I would treat this man right.
No, I want this man to treat me right.
I would treat Chernabog right.
Oh my god. Next up, Chifu from Mulan.
Oh my god. Let me look this. Oh my god, the fucking I would brawl this guy. I
I would smash just because I know he's the beta.
yeah, no, I'm fighting this dude. I am fighting him.
You punch his face, I get him in the back. My God. Okay, next. Man from Bambi. The only person on this list who you can't see.
I'm gonna brawl him. Just because he traumatized me when I was a child.
I'm gonna brawl as well, only because he also doesn't have much respect for nature. I can
Yeah.
also assume that he might be like a men's rights activist or something.
Yeah, he would be some kind of like toxic dude bro. Probably throws his beer cans in the river. Like, no, I fucking hate this guy.
But also we that is projection. Like, we don't know if this is a
Yeah.
man of like 1942 or like
Yeah.
1895 or whatever. As long as guns are a thing, then we know
He's
where
probably
this
a
guy is.
member of the NRA, so like fuck him.
Yeah, so no. Brawl all the way. But he is the one with the guns, so I might lose. Anyway, next
Can't
up.
shoot me if I move around a lot.
Catch
I'm
me
too
outside.
fast.
How about
I'm
that?
too fast.
All right, up next, Alameda Slim.
Alameda Slim. Oh, I got Brawl. I want to kill this guy. I want to absolutely destroy this man in a brawl. I would beat his ass.
Yeah, I'd probably Brawl too, because I can't tell how much of a fight he would put up, aside from yodeling.
Like, he looks bulky,
yeah.
but like, he's not strong.
He gets tackled by baby chicks.
Exactly.
All right. Next up, Cinderella's father.
Wait, hold on. Cinderella's father. Oh, Smash.
Yes.
I would treat him right.
Yes.
I would treat him right. And I would treat Cinderella right. I'd be a great step parent.
I would smash as well. I just hope I don't have to take on the responsibility of being a stepfather.
I don't know.
I don't know if they'd be cool with that in Cinderella universe, but
I mean, Cinderella is a nice kid, so I don't know. I wouldn't mind it.
yeah, she is taught to be very compassionate. So
Yes. She's a
maybe she
very
doesn't
nice
discriminate.
little child.
All right, next one. I know you'll be excited for this one.
Oh my god.
Robin Hood.
Smash.
Smash.
I don't need to justify. Smash.
Smash, yes. I'd love to be the one he owes his life to.
Look, I'm just saying, Maid Marian, lucky as hell.
Lucky as fuck.
She is a lucky bitch.
She's a lucky bitch. My god. This next one. Bashful.
The dwarf?
Yes. I picked him because he's the most sentimental.
Yeah. I think Bashful is my favorite. By virtue, just because I don't want to hurt him, it would be Smash. I don't want to, like, have to hit him, so...
Yeah. I'd say Smash too, but honestly, it'd be the kind where it's like, maybe we could write some poetry afterwards.
Yeah, it's like, I would Smash, but, like, not as, like, a one-night stand. Like, it's like, I genuinely care about you.
That dwarf is deserving of a committed relationship.
Yeah, like, he deserves to be taken care of. He deserves breakfast in the morning.
Yes.
And, like, tickets to a movie after. You know,
Tickets
like...
to a movie. You mean to a Shakespeare play?
To a Shakespeare play, my bad. Tickets to the nearest execution, you know?
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that.
I know.
No. We're better off having a picnic. All right, next one. Cobra Bubbles.
Cobra Bubbles? Oh! The agent?
Yes! Yes! He'd make a model citizen out of me. So I say smash.
Yeah, I say smash.
Also, he's familiar with that government agency that looks after aliens.
Yes.
What's it called again?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Lilo and Stitch.
It's been 3 months. Yes. Understandable. Are you looking it up, or are we cool to move on to the next one?
I'm cool to move on.
Okay. Next up, the Malandros from Three Caballeros.
How do you spell that again?
I don't know if you'll get a search result for them. Just look up Yaya.
Oh, yeah.
They're the boys dancing with Aurora Miranda in Bahia.
Oh! The guys with the striped shirts?
Yes.
Okay, smash.
Absolutely smash. Oh my
Not
God,
the guy with the guitar, but the
I'm
guys
not
going to
go for the
dancing.
guy who plays the tapping instrument with his teeth.
Oh yeah. I would go for the ones that turn into the chickens. The
I'd go for all of them.
I want the ones that turn into the birds.
I want all 25.
You're wild.
I know, Bahia. It just brings out the amorous nature in me.
Bahia.
Land of romance, moonlight, beautiful malandros. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'll never get over that.
Like, no one just gets over Bahia.
No one gets over Bahia. Okay, next one. The Mad Hatter.
From the original?
The original Alice in Wonderland, yes.
Yes. I think I would brawl this dude.
Really?
It feels in the spirit of an unbirthday to just do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I would brawl him.
Well,
it's like, this is my unbirthday, so fuck you.
Well, this is not news to any listeners of the podcast, especially longtime listeners. But in our first episode, I covered a silent film of Alice in Wonderland. But I went off so much about this 1976 adult movie musical of Alice. And the Mad Hatter was probably the highlight. But this one, as long as he doesn't harm me, then I would say smash. Let's be silly.
I'm gonna fight him.
All right. Or you could fight the March Hare.
No, I like the March Hare. I can vibe with the March Hare.
Okay, well then don't beat up my man just because you don't like him. Oh my God.
Nah, me and the March Hare and the Dormouse are besties.
Oh my God. Very, very, very rude indeed. All right, 3 more.
All
right, next up. Tadashi Hamada.
You already know the fucking answer. Smash! Like,
smash!
Who wouldn't smash this man?
I know, he's a freaking genius.
He's smart. He's cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's nice. Like, he's the perfect man.
He is the perfect man.
And then he went and fucking died.
By being an altruist.
Ugh. Obviously, smash.
Yep, smash. Hardcore smash. For anyone who's interested in dirty shit, there is a... But the same guy who I talked about with that Moano and Ariel skit,
Mm-hmm.
he did one with Tadashi, and it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this show already has an explicit rating, so I don't care. All right, next up, Knows More from Ralph Breaks the Internet.
How do you spell that?
It's one word. It's know, as in like you know,
Uh-huh.
and s'more.
Okay. Oh, this fucking guy.
Yes.
Brawl. Any character from Ralph Breaks the Internet, I am going to fight.
I'm gonna sound so bonkers right now. I would smash. Because of his innate knowledge of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
He would know what to do.
Yeah, he's aware of Rule 34.
He's aware of Rule 34. He is as familiar with cunnilingus as a Wikipedia user can provide. Oh my god. But yeah, smash. And finally, this one is probably the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not the easiest. Like, I can't recall if he's ever shirtless, but he's definitely someone that the internet talks about a lot. Milo Thatch.
Smash, obviously.
Yep, smash.
Obviously, like, he is also smart, kind, and a big fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I love him.
He is a bit of a colonialist too, but
he realizes it and he tries to fix it.
he does.
And I don't think he ever like wanted to steal from I don't think he ever wanted to steal from Atlantis. He wanted to study it.
Yeah, genuine learning. Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to genuinely connect with the people and learn.
Yeah. Yeah, but yes, also smash. I remember on Instagram, on my Disney Instagram, Golden Afternoon 51, for anyone who's interested, I once did a thing about what I learned from every Disney animated film. And for Atlantis, I put Milo, let's go for a swim, leave the girl at home.
Now that's funny.
That is... Oh my god, I spend way too much time on the internet. And that's it.
What a wonderful, just a wonderful time.
Indeed. Man. And I guess while this is fun, I do kind of feel the need to end on a slightly serious note, but it's more sentimental than serious.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney Reel to Reel, it has been this passion project that I have been working on for 6 years.
Oh, jeez.
And it all started partly because of the internet and its really lazy critiques of Disney movies from places like YouTube and BuzzFeed.
Mm-hmm.
And also because of a high school English course I was taking at the time where we were discussing the Cinderella myth and how the feminist critiques of Disney princess movies that we were discussing very much dismissed everything prior to Beauty and the Beast. And it didn't help that the two films that my class decided to showcase as being positive representation were Frozen and The Princess Diaries. I'm happy that they didn't showcase royal engagement.
Yeah.
Like Frozen, it has its moments, for sure, but
Yeah.
Princess Diaries, I don't... It certainly has more political intrigue than like a Little Mermaid or a Snow White, but like...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mia Thermopolis, she just seems a bit more like a what's that fan fiction? A Mary Sue.
A Mary Sue.
Mia Thermopolis, she's very much a Mary Sue. And I was just getting more and more irritated as this class went on, and I was like, wow, I wish there was some way that I could put my thoughts out into the world, defend my favorite movies that people consider like old-fashioned and nothing to like learn from, things like that. But I was like, no, there's a great deal of insight that you just don't bother to look into. And then as I went on, I turned into more of like I initially planned to do like a general like Snow White podcast, but then I was like, I don't think I have that much material to like turn into a full-on series.
It's like
So
you can't have a whole podcast just dedicated to Snow White.
No, because then you I would wager you could probably get to like 30 episodes and then dip.
Yeah, I mean you could have a solid few episodes, but then yeah, you would have to stop.
Yes. So I was like, why don't we open it up, bring in people from all over the world, and I'm very grateful for that. I think up to this point we've had, I want to say 8 guests on this show, all female.
We love women.
Yes, this is a feminist podcast. I have tried to get men on, but scheduling conflicts and stuff like that. I'm not giving up on that, obviously, but like, I don't know. There's just something about as a queer man, as a neurodivergent man, I don't know. There's just something about communicating with women about these movies that it's just I get the kind of conversations that I want to have.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I mean, it's just obviously women have like a much different perspective on analyzing stuff compared to men, especially like cishet.
Yeah.
Non
Like I was literally listening
neurotypical
to
men.
a podcast about these two guys. They are going through the American Film Institute's top 100 movies of all time.
Uh-huh.
And they were talking about Snow White because, of course, I stalk every podcast that talks about Snow White.
Yeah.
And one of the first comments they made was about the age difference between Snow White and the Prince. And I was like, this is not the kind of conversation that I want to be having. I want to talk about bigger picture things that hopefully make films like that more interesting and accessible to people. And I'm happy that there are some people out in the world who feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you can get out of these older movies, and I'm really happy that like I can help, and I'm really happy that like I can actually like think about these movies and like try to get something deeper out of them, more than just what I got whenever I watched them as a child.
Mm-hmm. And even if we barely agree sometimes.
Hello, Chicken Little.
Hello, Aristocats.
Hello, Aristocats.
Oh my god. But yeah. And it's like we've really run the gamut. It's been like everyone from laymen who have produced their own podcasts back in the day, like Deborah Williams, who did Walt's New a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Their podcast was the one that helped me get my actual first break into Disney podcasting. Because they allowed me very generously to come with them on an episode about Fantasia 2000. And I was like, wow, this is what podcasting really is like. I'm into this. Let's keep things going. And then I moved on to Of Mice and Princesses, hosted by the lovely Ani. And we did 2 episodes about silly symphonies that have Greco-Roman themes. And then we did one about rejected Fantasia segments. So you're sensing that Fantasia has run a pattern.
Yeah.
The kind of things I want to do. And if anything, I'm just happy that I'll be able to talk about the original at length on my very own show. So,
Yeah.
but otherwise, but then we've gone from those kinds of people to actual like professionals like Patricia Ward Kelly, who was so gracious with her time. And I will admit that when I started Disney Reel to Reel, this was during my senior year of college, and I also run a full-time job on weekends. And I was trying to get the show off the ground at the same time. And it was pretty trying time for me, because it's like 2/3 of my life were wanting me to contribute my... I hate to get really like philosophical about this, but it's like the 2/3 they were demanding both my physical body and my mind to be engaged with different things, whereas my creative energies were spent on this project, and it's what I valued the most. Even though, don't worry guys, I made it out of college just fine. I have a degree.
I'm still working at one. Woo!
Yes. Yeah. But yeah. And to all of my listeners, I know that there are 19 of you out in the world, and I really appreciate that everyone who's come on to this madhouse of a show. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for what I have created.
I think it's something obviously like special, and it may go somewhere, it may not, but I mean, it's something that's obviously important to you, and I really appreciate that you made this, because it's really nice.
Yeah. Which actually brings me to my 3 final questions. First off, just generally, like, how do you feel about Disney Reel to Reel?
Well, I like Disney Reel to Reel.
It's pretty aight.
It's pretty. It's as an avid podcast listener, I like stuff that does deep dives. And I like Disney, so pretty good meshing there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I like being able to talk about things. I like being on here. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Wee.
Yeah, if anything, I feel like we definitely fill a gap in that I can't think of many ongoing, like, neurodivergent Disney podcasts out there.
Yeah.
So we definitely fill that void. The queer void is just oversaturated. Like,
Yeah.
we barely make a dent in that.
We have our own niche. It's neurodivergent and queer.
Yes. But I don't know. It's just sometimes it's like, because of how deep we get into this stuff from time to time, and I will admit sometimes I do compare my project to other people's.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed the biggest difference is that most people, I feel like they do take Disney seriously, but we take it in a way that like promotes empathy and like trying to understand the people involved in these movies, the time in which they were made.
Mm-hmm.
We may strongly disagree with the values of their time, but
yes,
we are pretty committed to understanding why we are the way we are and how we got here.
Mm-hmm. I do think it is very important to understand the timing in which certain things were released. It adds a lot of context. Even if like we don't agree, that's very true. Context is important, and I do like that. Like we do pay attention to that. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people are obsessed with like analyzing things within a modern sensibility, and I think it's really important to analyze it with a modern sensibility, but also understand that history happens.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, it's like, yeah, of course I can talk about Cinderella. I listen to Judy Garland, like, recreationally. Like, or things like that. Yeah, it's just it is a wonderful thing. But the one critical question I have, what are some things that we can do to enhance the podcast if needed?
I mean, I definitely think like doing more of like these like little side missions is nice.
Yes,
Not
absolutely.
always just diving into a film, but doing like little trivia stuff or, you know, fun little games that we can play.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Disney related because I mean I feel like it adds some nice levity, and it allows us to just have a little fun instead of just
Mm-hmm.
always being hardcore analysts.
Yes. Yes, I'm definitely bad at that. So, but yeah,
um,
definitely.
and that's like my main thing. I think it's nice to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm excited for whenever we can actually like deep dive into a film. Um,
It will happen once we get our top and bottom 10 lists.
yes. Um, but yeah.
Yeah. I would say that this is more of a personal thing. When I started doing this, I was very much like a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to make sure that these episodes were edited, recorded, discussed in like a way that suited my sensibilities and did fair justice to like the subjects that we were talking about. The problem is, we, like y'all remember back when I was talking about a silent film of Snow White, I spent an hour talking about the Brothers Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to do that every time. uh, so definitely trying to work on making information more succinct and not that it wasn't engaging, but also just
Mm-hmm.
like trying to essentially work on my writing and editing skills. I think that's the big thing. Um, and also just trying to let go of that pressure
Yeah.
because it will bring out a good product, but it takes a lot out of me. So that's why I'm really worried about our Snow White series because I'm like, that's the one movie that we cannot mess up.
Yeah.
Everything else can be fairly la-di-da, but like, Snow White has to be just right.
Snow White has to be perfect.
Yes. And it has to be because I was like, okay, Snow White is objectively, I think it's the most discussed movie, like Disney movie, on like various podcasting platforms. And not even just Disney podcasts, but like film podcasts also talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the one thing we can do to distinguish ourselves from that? And it just so happens that I have a secret weapon. So with the production of earlier Disney films, and I'm assuming that they still do this to this day, they used to break down sequences into like little chunks.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like sequence 1A, sequence 1B, sequence 1C. And for Snow White, thankfully, a guy in 1998 wrote his master's thesis about Disney storytelling techniques in the 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
And he's made his transcripts public. So for the Snow White series, we can use that to do exactly what this podcast is intended to do, which is to understand Walt's creative process behind the production of that movie.
Yeah.
And of course, we can add our opinions and our little takeaways and stuff. Like, I don't want it to be that, like, medical or whatever. Or clinical, I guess that's the word. In fact, you could probably use those transcripts as, like, a sort of inspiration for, like, a D&D campaign or something. Because they are kind of written in that way, because they mostly talk about, like, the action, how they want to present it in each scene and stuff, and how that expresses character and stuff like that. So those would actually be pretty foundational to talk about on that level, but of course we have so many other avenues to talk about. So yeah, it's just finding the time to do the research and the reading and being like, okay, let's do that. And I don't know if that should be our first series.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. We'll talk about it, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Because I was gonna bring this up also in our Silver Age ranking, but Alice in Wonderland is technically the movie that I've cheated on with this podcast, because I did do a solo episode about the Cheshire Cat sequence. But if I feel like we have enough like hot takes to share on the rest of the movie, then I could probably do that over again or something. But yeah. So yeah, bunch of stuff to look forward to, dear listeners. And I guess my final question is, well, actually I have two final questions, I'm sorry, but one, I can't help it.
You lied to me.
I'm sorry. Final question of 1 out of 2. Are you ready for more?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Yes. I am so pumped. Yeah, we've already shared what we've got in store for you guys. I'll try to get more guests in so that, especially, I'll go ahead and say that I really hope that Cinderella isn't one of your favorites.
It is not.
Okay, great. Perfect. Abigail, it's a go. You're on.
Don't worry, I will let you know if something is my favorite.
All right. Excellent. And I guess our final question, since it is Pride Month, we talked about the Little Mermaid remake and how we wish that a drag queen could have played Ursula the Sea Witch.
Yes.
Who would you have wanted to play her?
Guy Fieri.
He's not a drag queen.
I know, but that's my number one answer. But let me hold on. Who am I thinking of? Hold on. It's between Bob the Drag Queen and Patrick Star.
Those are both good choices.
Yeah.
Very good choices.
Those are my top two, I think.
Awesome. My pick was gonna be Ella Vaday. I know that she would probably be more like a subdued, seductive Ursula.
Yeah.
But the way that she impersonated Nigella Lawson during Snatch Game, she's like, "Oh, RuPaul, there's absolute gluttony on the menu tonight. I do prefer a nice salami going down my tender breasts."
Just good choice. Good choice.
What is microwave? Oh man, that should be our call to action for our listeners. Who do you think Ursula should have been played by?
Yeah, it's like, hey, let us know.
Yes, please.
Hey, by the time the Tumblr's up, maybe we'll actually, hey.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have our URL. So our official blog URL is dis reeltoreel disney-official.tumblr.com. It is currently in the works. It'll look a lot prettier in the next few days, but that is our official URL. We'll get some stuff up in the meantime, but it is made. It is there.
I guess my one question is, does Tumblr allow adult content still?
Yes, it does.
Okay, great. Then we have a plethora of material to get through.
Yes, we do. Yeah, and I do have the ask option currently allowed. So we can, interact with people. And then there's also a lot of other stuff that Tumblr allows. Like people can submit stuff, or there's other stuff I can talk to you about, but
yeah,
there's a lot. There's a lot.
Awesome. So keep your peepers peeped, everybody.
Peepers peeped.
But I guess until then, have a magical day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Some imagination, huh?